Last class we have discussed on method of joints. So if I take a truss, I'll take a truss, very simple truss that we have considered. I'm taking a simple truss. So this is one simple truss. So in method of sections, or before that, if I want to find out the force in this member, okay, so I want to find out, suppose this is E and this is F. I want to find out the force in the member EF, okay. So then what I have to do by using method of joints? So first I have to find out the reactions. I have to find out the reactions first, and then by every joint by joint, okay. First suppose this is A, B, C, I'll call it as D, E, F and G. If I want to find out the force in the member DE, that I want to find out the force in the member DE, then what you have to do by method of joints? First I have to start from this joint or this joint. So when I start from here, I have two members, unknown members. I have to find this, and then I have to find this. Then I'll come to joint B, correct? Then I'll come to joint B, where in joint B these are the two unknowns. I can easily find out by taking the equilibrium of the joint. What we are doing, we are taking the equilibrium of the joint here, right? So I have found out this. Then I have to come to this point. Okay, if I come to this, there is one unknown, two unknown, three unknown. This is not possible. Before that, I have to come to this C joint. Okay, so if I come to this C joint, so this I know, this one and this one, these are the two unknowns. So two unknowns, two equilibrium conditions, because I am taking again equilibrium of joint C. So two unknowns, two equations, I can easily find out the force in these two members. Then I have to come to this joint D. And here four members are there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 members are there and 2 are known, so 2 are unknown. So again, if I consider the joint D, so these two are the unknowns and these two I know. This one I know, this one I know. So two equations, okay, two equations and two unknowns. Easily I can find out this force in the member DE. So if you are observing here, so to find out the force in the member DE, what I have to do first? I have to solve this much of problem. Or if you are coming from this, first you have to solve this joint, then this joint, and then this joint. At least minimum 3 joints you have to solve before finding out the force in the member DE. Okay, if the member is too large, and if I want to find out, instead of 3 sections here, 3 triangles I have, if I have 4 or 5 triangles, and if they ask you to calculate the force in the middle, somewhere in the member, so what you have to do? You have to do a lot of analysis before getting the value in that section or in that member, right? So for that, this method becomes very lengthy or tedious to calculate the force in any members, okay, when the truss is too large or too long, okay. So in that cases, what we do is we come to this method of sections, where we can directly find out the force in the member DE without calculating the force in other members. So this is method of sections. Have you understood? Any doubt here? You understood, right? So in method of joints, what we do, we take any joint here. If I take this joint D, I am taking joint D, and then I am calculating the equilibrium of joint D by using summation of Fx equals to 0 and summation of Fy equals to 0. This is in method of joints. Method of joints. This one. Whereas here in method of sections, what we do is we consider the equilibrium of the section. Equilibrium of the section. So what we do in this method of section is, let me explain that. Okay. So in method of sections, what we do is the first step anyway in all the problems is to calculate the support reactions. So first what we'll do, we calculate the support reactions, that is horizontal at Z and vertical at Z, and then vertical at A. These are the support reactions. First we'll calculate that. Then what we'll do is we cut the section or whole this truss into two different parts. So if they ask you to calculate the force in the member DE, what you have to do is you have to cut this DE member, okay, such that the whole section becomes two different sections. Like I can cut this section like this. Now see here, I am cutting it like this. So there are some rules to cut this method. So what we'll do is, if I cut it, how it looks. Now if I draw this cut section, so either you can consider the equilibrium on the left side or equilibrium on the right side. If I take the equilibrium on the left side, so how it will look? It will look something like this. I have cut it like this, right? I have cut the section like this. So here, so which force we want? We want to find out the force in the member DE. This force we want, right? So these are the three unknowns we have in this section. So, and this is the reaction, okay? And if there are any force, something they have given, like somewhere here. So what we do is, we take the equilibrium of this left hand section, or you can take it like this also, equilibrium on the right hand section. So what I have assumed all the members are in tension. I don't know whether they are in tension or compression. Like in the previous case, it is not possible to analyze now. So in the previous case, we were able to analyze somehow that this member will be in compression and this member will be in tension, but it is not possible. So that's why I have shown all the members are in tension. I have considered that. Or else this is equilibrium on LHS. I have considered left hand side. Okay, so here there is one more reaction is there. So here one reaction is there, three unknown forces. How many equations I get? Because equilibrium I am considering. So equilibrium means summation of fx equals to 0 and summation of fy equals to 0 and summation of m equals to 0. Whereas in method of joints, we have not considered this summation of m equals to 0. Why? Because we were considering the method of joints, that is equilibrium on the joint, right? So if you are taking equilibrium on joint, we were considering the members. So there we know the moments in the members is 0, right? Whereas here we are taking whole section. Section means there, like section means if I want to calculate the support reactions, what are the equations I have? If I want to calculate the support reactions, what are the equations I have? Summation of fx equals to 0. Similarly, summation of fy equals to 0 and summation of m equals to 0 if I want to calculate the support reaction. Similarly, here I am taking the section only, right? Whole part I am taking. So here also I can use the same three equations to calculate the equilibrium. Or similarly, instead of using this side, even we can use the other side also, like so this also I can consider. Here what are the forces I get? One here and then one here. Okay, so this one I'll assume tension, this one I'll assume tension, this one I'll assume tension. Again, how many unknowns I have? One unknown, two unknown, these are the three unknowns. And how many equations I have? Summation of fx equals to 0 and summation of fy equals to 0 and summation of m is equals to 0. Again I have three unknowns. So suppose this is df is one unknown, and then fde is one more unknown, and then fce is one more unknown. So similarly here also, how many unknowns are there? Fdf and fde is one more unknown, and fce is the third unknown. Okay, so either you can take the on the left side, either you can take the equilibrium on the left hand side or equilibrium on the right hand side. If you take both sides, so we get these three equations, three unknowns. So here the main thing is, when you are there are some rules to cut the section, how we have to cut the section here. Okay, so if you have understood this one, we'll go to the next part. Any doubts here? Here remember that we have to cut the section or cut the whole truss into two parts, one on the left hand side, one on the right hand side. Either you can take the equilibrium on the left hand side or equilibrium on the right hand side. Instead of two in the joints, two equilibrium equations, here three equilibrium equations we have. Summation of fx equals to 0, summation of fy equals to 0 and summation of m equals to 0. Okay, you want me to repeat again? Okay. So in method of joints, what we do is, if I want to find out the force in the member DE, what I have to do? I have to first find out the reactions, correct? After finding out the reactions, either I can start from this side or start from this joint. So if I start from joint A, so first what I have to do? I have to draw the joint A and take the equilibrium of joint A. Okay, consider summation of fx equals to 0 and summation of fy equals to 0. So what you get the force in this member, force in this member. Means I've got the force in this member and I've got the force in this member. Then I have to come to this joint B. Okay, so these are the three members in joint B, and one I have calculated. This one I have already calculated. So these two again I can easily calculate by using same these two equations. Summation of fx equals to 0, summation of fy equals to 0. Now I have calculated these two. Then now I have to come to this joint C. Okay, how the joint C looks. So this is something like this, and this is C. Okay, so here this one I have calculated, this one I have calculated. Again two unknown members, and two unknown members I can easily calculate by using same these two conditions. So I can easily calculate this one and this one. So it means that I have calculated this and this one. Now I will come to joint D. If I come to joint D, so it is something like this. So I have already calculated this force and this force. So this one I know, this one I know, these two are the unknowns. So use summation of fx equals to 0 and summation of fy equals to 0. Two equations, two unknowns, then I will get this force in the member dF. So to calculate the force in the member dF, I have to first solve joint A, joint B, joint C. Then after solving the joint D, I will get the force in the member DE. When the truss is even bit larger, and you have even more members, and if they ask you to calculate the force in any member, like if I give this truss. If I give such a member and if I ask you to calculate the force in this member, what you have to do? You have to solve this joint, this joint, this joint, this joint, this joint and this joint. After solving that joint, you will get the force in the member, that member, right? For that, you would have taken half an hour. But if you use method of sections, it becomes in one simple step, you will get the force in this member. How? Just cut the section. Which member? Like they have asked the force in this member. So cut the section such a way that it has to pass through maximum three members, and it should have cut the member in which the force is asked. So here similarly for this, what I have done, I have cut the section DE or cut the member DE along with this section. So let me call it as section 1, 1. I have cut the whole section into two parts, one here and one on the RHS. After cutting, so wherever it is passing, like this is passing through member DF and this is passing through member DE and this is passing through member CE. So in those members you consider that they are in tension. Now after considering, so either you take the LHS, equilibrium on the LHS or equilibrium on the RHS. Whereas in joints, when you consider equilibrium of a joint, what we used to do, we used to take only two equations, that is summation of fx equals to 0 and summation of fy equals to 0. Whereas when you are considering the method of sections, instead of only two equations, we are going to use three equations, because here if there is a force, this force can generate moment about this point. Correct? So this force can generate moment about this point, even this force can generate moment about this point, right? So that's why instead of using two, we use three equilibrium equations. So any doubts? Here there are some guidelines on how to cut the section. Okay, so cutting the section is very much important here. If you cut the wrong way, then you will not get any answer properly. So suppose there is one N-type truss I am taking. This is one truss, this is the N-type we call, okay. So I have said the members in the truss don't carry any moment. The members in the truss don't carry any moment. Members in the truss. The members will be carry only either compression or tension. Okay. So if you apply any force on any of the members, okay, so the members should not carry any moment, whereas truss will carry, because when we are finding out the reaction, that time we have taken the moment, right? So if I take this, if I want to find out the moment here, or if I want to find out the support reactions, Okay, so support reactions. So here without moment we cannot able to find out the support reaction itself, right? So what are the three equilibrium equations we use to calculate the support reaction? We consider this as a beam, whole truss as a beam, and then we try to solve it, right? So similar one member, this is one member. Any doubt? So Sakshi will come to that point, how it will generate moment on that point. So when I'll be telling this, so you'll understand how it will generate. If there is any force and there is a perpendicular distance, then that force will definitely generate point at moment about any of the point. If there is a force and there is a perpendicular distance. Okay. So here, if I want to find out the force in this member, suppose this is the force in the member, I want to find out. Say suppose I'll call this as A, B, C, D, E, F, G and H. Suppose this is the one truss, okay, where I want to find out the force in this member. Okay, force in this member. Okay, so if I want to find out the force in this member, what I have to do? By method of sections, by method of joints, what I can do? I can take this point. I can take this point. So if I take this point, so how many equations we have? How many equations we have? Two equations. Summation of fx equals to 0 and summation of Fy equals to 0. My method of joints I am talking, okay? This is by method of joints. So if I take that, so here how many unknowns I have? 1 unknown, 2 unknown, 3 unknown. 3 unknowns I have and one force, okay? So 3 unknowns, we have only 2 equations. Then solving this joint is not possible. So what I have to do? I have to start from this point and then find out this continue, and then you have to finally reach this point. Okay, to solve that. But in this case, by using method of sections, okay, by using method of sections, or even you can start from this also, this point E. Okay, so here only two members we have, and anyway, I told you which members. If they ask you to identify the members whose force is 0, here there is no force at all. Correct? So means this force is 0, this member force is 0, this member force is 0, and if there is one more force, they are given like this. If they are given some force like this, then they are collinear to each other, then this member will carry 0 force. Okay, like I have said, the members who carry 0 forces. Okay, you understood? If there is no force at all, then both of these members will carry 0 force. Understood? And if there is some force given like this, then the force which is coming from this load will directly transfer to the member, and therefore, so suppose this is F and the force in this member will become F, then this will be 0. And now you have solved this, and then you have to you know this one, and then you can easily solve by using this joint. This is also possible, but for that you have to solve something else first by method of joints. Whereas here by method of sections, what we can do is we can directly find the force in member dF without calculating any of the joints. Here when they give method of sections, you don't have to go with the joints. Okay, so what I'll do is I can cut the section. So here I have so many options to cut this member. One, I can cut this member like this. One, I can cut this member like this. This is not possible. This is the wrong way of cutting. And even if you see here, how many members I have cut? 1, 2, 3 and 4 members I have cut. 4 different members. What are those members? CD I have cut it, right? So DF, DZ is also cut, and even DF is also cut, and even EF is also cut. 4 members I have cut. So 4 members means how many equations I have? I have only 3 equations, that is summation of Fx equals to 0 and summation of Fy equals to 0 and summation of M is equals to 0. I have 3 equations and 4 unknowns. Then it is not possible for me to solve this. Okay, so remember how we have to cut the first one. First, how we have to cut the section? First one, the truss has to be made 2 parts. Truss has to be made 2 separate parts. Like here, So if they ask you to calculate the force in the member FDE, okay, so they are asking you to calculate force in the member FDE. Okay, what you have to do is you have to cut this member DE first. This DF member first. You have to select a section, or you have to cut the member truss into two parts. First, that is the first one. So you have to cut the truss into two different parts, LHS and RHS. Okay. Second one. Okay. So you have to cut a maximum of 3 members. Maximum of how many members? Maximum of 3 members. This is the second one. Okay. So you have to cut the section maximum of 3 members. Then see here, if I cut it like this, then I can easily able to make it into two different parts. I can make it, right? But the issue is there is one member I have cut EF, one member DF I have cut, and one member GF I have cut. But here what is happening? So if I take the equilibrium of this section, so if I want to calculate moment, summation of moment about F equals to 0. If I want to calculate summation of moment about F equals to 0, what happens? So this I am considering like this, and this is also like this, and this is also like this. And here all these forces are acting at this point only. All these forces are acting at this point only, joint F only, correct? And will they form any moment about F? That is summation of moment about F. Will they form any moment about F? I will redraw this one. So this is there is one reaction, and there is one member like this, one member like this, and then one member like this. Okay. So here, if I consider all are in tension, and how many equations I have? How many unknowns I have first? First tell me what are the unknowns. F EF is one unknown. Okay. F DF is one more unknown, and F DG is the third unknown. Okay. So 3 unknowns I have and 3 equilibrium equations. So I can easily use summation of Fx equals to 0 and summation of Fy equals to 0. And for the third equation, and if I want to consider the summation of moment about F, so what will happen? The moment generated by this about F is 0, this is F joint, and the moment generated by FDF about this point F is 0, and the moment generated by FDF at this point F is 0. Means this equation becomes useless. We cannot use it only, right? So 0 is equals to 0. Will you get any value? So this equation becomes useless, and only we end up with getting only 2 equations. That is summation of Fx equals to 0 and summation of Fy equals to 0. And then you will not be able to solve this problem only, right? So because 2 equations we have and 3 unknowns. So think that whenever you are cutting a section, the members which you are cutting should not be meeting at a same joint. Like in this case, okay? So if I cut these 3 members, they are meeting at a same joint here. That should not happen. Okay? So you have to cut such a way that, so this is the third option that I am saying now. So you can see that in the third option, if I cut it like this, so all the conditions, whatever I am saying, they will get satisfied. Okay? See here. What is the first one? The truss has to be made 2 different parts. So this is the one part and this is the other part. Correct? First one is satisfied. Second one, the maximum of 3 members needs to be cut. Maximum of 3. 1 member, 2 member, 3 member. Okay? What is the third one? All the members should not meet at a same point. They should not meet at same joint. The members which are cut should not meet at a same joint. So these 2 are meeting at this joint, whereas this one is not meeting the same joint. Correct? So this is how we have to cut the section. And now if I take this section, so what I get? I am taking equilibrium on this RHS. If I take the equilibrium on RHS, so how it will look? So these 3 are the members I have cut. So what I will do? So this is I will consider all of the cut members into tension. So you have to give the forces to the section, to the members to whose Okay, so only those members you have to consider where you are cutted, where you have cut the section. Here I have cut this member, I am giving tension to this one. I have cut this member, I am assuming it is in tension, and I have cut this member and I will assume it is in tension. Now you have three equations, three unknowns, and we have three equations. So there we can easily solve the problem. And now you are asking, right, how it will generate moment. So here this is suppose distance d, and if I want to take the moment about this same whatever the moment I was talking previous, the same moment I will take, that is summation of moment, all the forces about point F. So now there is some force here, FDE, this is FDE. So this FDE into D will cause some moment here. Will you accept or not? This FDE into D, okay, that is, this is creating an anti-clockwise moment, minus FDE into distance D, this is creating moment. Yes or no? And anyway, this is in point D itself, this is at point this one, and this is also at point this one only. So they will not generate any moment, right? So this is also at the same point, this is also not create any moment. So this is how, so we'll get three equations. This can be easily solved, okay, and this one also easily solved. This one, three equations, three unknowns, we can easily solve the problem. Any doubt? Or even if I can take it like this also, I'll extend this and I'll extend this. Okay, if I extend, so if I take moment about this point, okay, instead of this one, I can even take the moment at this point also. What is this point is called? This point is called D, right? This is D point. So if I want to take summation of moment at D, so this is meeting at this D point, and this is also meeting at the D point. So the moment generated by this is 0, the moment generated by this is 0. Okay, so this now, what is this? This is FG, right? So this is FFG into D, FFG into D. This is what? Clockwise, and this force that is vertical at F, okay? The vertical F, and say suppose this is also some distance D, correct? So that is creating which moment? Anti-clockwise, minus F, that is what? VF into D is equals to 0. So now this get cancelled. So what it becomes? FFG is equals to VF. So this is what we get. We can use the moment equation now. So we'll solve one simple problem so that you will understand, okay, what we have to do actually. Okay. So write down the problem. Find out the force in the member F. Find out the force in the member BC. First we'll discuss to find out the force in the member BC. So what we have to do by joint method of joints. So first we need to find out the reactions. So there is one reaction horizontal at A, vertical at A, and vertical at D. Okay. So after finding out those, what we'll do is we'll then go to any of the joint. Either we can start from D or you can start from A. Suppose you are starting from A. Okay, you are starting from A. First, how many forces we get? One vertical. Okay, one horizontal. Horizontal will not be there because there is no horizontal force. So one vertical will be there. Two unknown forces in the members AB and AE. So by using equilibrium of the joint A, we can calculate AB and AE. Then come to this joint B. So where we have three members. So one is known, two are unknown. So after calculating the force in the after calculating the equilibrium of joint B, we will get the force in the member BC. Any doubt in this joint method? Okay. So we have to do so much of work here. But here in method of sections, what we have to do? We have to just cut the section which they have asked. They have asked to calculate the force in the member. Force in the member BC they have asked. force in the member BC. They have asked what is the force in the member BC. So what we'll do is we'll cut this truss into, what are the three conditions? First one, the truss has to be made into two parts, okay, and it has to be maximum of 3 members, okay, even 2 members also fine. And next, and you have to cut the section on which the force is asked, and they should not meet at a same joint. Here, if I cut it like this, suppose this is first one I am saying, if I cut it like this, so the truss is not made into 2 separate members, 2 separate parts we have not made, right? So this is wrong way, okay? So next, how we can cut, and even all the members are meeting at same joint. So this is how we can cut now. If I cut it like this, I am cutting the member in which the force is asked, FBC. I have cut it here, okay, and then I have made 2 different truss sections, one on left hand side, one on right hand side, correct? And then I have how many members I have cut? 1, 2, 3. Maximum is 3. Okay. So let me call it as 1, 1. Section 1, 1. Okay. So before that, what we have to do is you have to calculate the support reactions. Support reactions. Anyway, the force is equilibrium. The force is the truss is symmetric, and even the force is symmetric. It is applied at A, and if you calculate, what you get? VA is equals to 5 and HA is equals to 0 and VD is equals to 5 kilonewton. Because of symmetry, I am directly writing. If you want, you can calculate. So if you calculate summation of Fx equals to 0, so what we get? VA plus VB minus 10 equals to 0. Okay, summation of Fy equals to 0. So what we get? Sorry, this is Fy equals to 0. Fx is not available because no horizontal force at all. And summation of M about A equals to 0. What do we get? This is 10 into 3 clockwise, and minus Vd into 6 equals to 0. So therefore we get Vd equals to 5. So Va equals to 5. So this is what I have written here. Okay. What we need to do is we have cut the section at 1, 1 where the member BC is also cut. Okay, so you have to cut it such a way that first one, the cut section should have the member on which the force is asked. The maximum of 3 members should be cut, and the truss has to be made into 2 different parts, and all the members should not meet at a same point. These are the 4 points you need to remember. Okay, so first one, you have to cut such a way that the force you have asked, the force in the member which has asked, that has to be cut, and the maximum of 3 members, and the truss has to be made into 2 different sections, LHS and RHS, and then all the forces should not meet at a same point. All the members should not meet at a same joint. So these are the 4 things you need to remember. Now, as we have cut the section, so what we'll do is we'll consider the equilibrium on RH, or we'll take LHS. Okay, so we'll take LHS of section 1, 1. Of section 1, 1. I am taking the equilibrium of the equilibrium on LHS of the section. This is LHS. So I will draw the diagram of that LHS. So this is 5 kilonewton. Okay, and these are the cut sections. So wherever we have cut, we will consider it is in tension. So this is FBC. Okay, and here if I cut it here, and this will be FBE. Okay, and this is what? FAE. So we have assumed these 3. So now what we can do? So we have draw the free body diagram. It's almost a free body diagram. Okay, and we have 5 kilonewton here. These are the 3 unknown forces. So what we can do is, first, if I take the moment equation, so if I'll extend here, and this one I'll extend. So they will meet at this point E. FBE it is. FBE. So if I extend these, they will meet at this point E. Correct? So now what I'll do? So here, okay, if I take, see here, if I take summation of Fy equals to 0, or on which we have anyway here directly we can solve the problem by using this equation, that is summation of m is equals to m at this E is equals to 0. If I take summation of moment at E equals to 0, so what we get? What we get is this FBC into this distance. This distance is how much? 3 meter. Here it is given. Okay, BC to this AE, it is 3 meter. So this will create which direction moment? About this point E, clockwise. Okay, so that is FBC into 3 meter. And anyway, these two forces are meeting at the same point. Therefore, the force generated or the moment generated by these two forces about this point E is 0. That is FBE. It is meeting at this point E only. FA is also meeting at the point AE only, that E only. So therefore, the moment generated by these two forces about the point E is 0, right? So there is one more, that is 5. Okay, so this 5 into this distance is how much? This distance is also 3 meter. That they have given, right? So this is also 3 meter, but it is which direction it is? It is also creating a clockwise moment, right? So that is plus 5u into 3 is equals to 0. That is FBC, this 3 get cancels, is equals to minus 5 kilonewton. Means what we have assumed test tension, but what we have to write now? So FBC is equals to 5 kilonewton, which is in tension.